Welcome back, everybody. If this is your first time, thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed the content. And if you wouldn't mind liking, subscribing, and commenting on my video, if there's something you see, something you question, something you would like more information on, please leave a comment. And if you could like or subscribe the video, it would greatly help my channel. Very recently, I made a video about a at-spot deal that I got from SD Bullion, and I left out the most important piece of that deal. Actually, I believe what I had was two purchases from them, and I kind of combined some of the items in that first video, and I realized that it ended up being two orders because I had enough value there to get the free shipping 2 times. And so I didn't do an unboxing because I was traveling at the time when this came in. But I just want this is a piece that I have not seen showcased so far. And I have been kind of out of the loop. And this came from SD Bullion. I believe they have exclusive rights to sell this. It's minted by Scottsdale, as you can see. And just let me verify something here while I've got a second. Whoops. My loop, I dropped my loop and it's messed up. Yeah. Sorry, folks. I was just confirming something. I don't want to give out false information. I might have said something in the previous video. So anyway, what we have here, it's a beautiful, I think 10 ounce. Let me have a look. Maybe it's 5 ounces. It's either 10 or 5. 5 troy ounces. Don't get excited. It could be 10, and honestly, it's heavy enough that it feels good in the hand. But I just love these Scottsdale mint quality. Some of the things can be a little bit generic. Some of the bars, maybe some of the stackers, they're mass produced and they can be a little generic. Some of their rounds are the same. But some of them, they just put this magnificent mirror effect and 3D effect. I was expecting this to have something hidden in the 3D, but really because it's just a bullion piece, maybe I was over hopeful. But this is 5 troy ounces. But what I haven't seen from any other content creators so far is this is the Cowboy Shooter Round. So this is the next in the Cowboy series, is what I read on their website, or actually SD Bullion's website. And again, there's nothing hidden that I can see in the 3D rays, but this is a beautiful round. In the hand, it is actually, I was surprised. I'm going to see if I can get this open again. It's a very tight container. I think it does have a little doodad. I'm going to see if I can get my finger. No, I'm just going to have to old school it and try not to touch it with my fingers. We'll start with what I would consider the reverse. It's not a coin, it's just a round, but anyway, I'm going to very carefully switch this so you can see the other side. And even through the capsule, you can see just how beautiful this is. And I'm really quite surprised. I thought that this might be more popular. Maybe not too many were sold, but I don't think I've seen anybody else showcase this. So I'm happy to be the first if I'm the first. If I'm not the first, I'm just happy to have one because this will be going in my stack. I don't think I'll ever have a reason to sell this unless it was to trade for something even better. But just a beautiful 5 ounce round. And honestly, it holds special significance to me because I used to ride and I used to do mounted shooting. I used to do cowboy shooting from horseback, mostly contests where we're shooting black powder out of pistols and busting balloons, but a little bit of rifle work, a little bit. And so I had a lot of fun over the years when I did this, when I owned horses. When we sold our little farm, one of the main reasons we sold the farm was because taking care of the animals prevented us from traveling. Whenever we trusted someone to take care of our animals, something always went wrong. And, you know, I don't think we ever lost a horse, but chickens died and so on and so forth. So it was never good. And if you have animals, even just dogs, somebody has to watch them. So we wanted to travel a lot more. So the easiest way to get rid of that debt, that mortgage that we were all told when we were young it's our greatest investment, cough, cough. The easiest way to get rid of that mortgage, especially if it's causing you to keep working to meet that debt, quickest way to get rid of the debt is sell the joint. So yeah, we sold the farm, downsized, had enough money to pay cash for the next place, and within a few months quit my job and became fully retired, something going on 8 years ago. So anyway, this is a part of my life I enjoyed very much, and silver is a new part of my life, and cowboy shooting on horseback just brings back great memories. So thank you for that. Thank you for indulging me. I do have something else here on the table. This came from a different source. What's interesting about this is it's a Morgan. It's a very unimportant, not a rare date by any means. It comes from the Philadelphia Mint because it doesn't have a mint mark. I don't remember what year it is. Let me see if I can tell you the year. Just for accuracy, oh, it's in 1921. So it's especially not too important. It's the year when they just pumped out a bunch of Morgans because they thought they made a mistake canceling them. And then the next year they started the peace dollar, so I don't know what all that was about. But the reason this is interesting is it's my very first ICG graded coin. One of the reasons that I bought this was because it was NCG graded, MS62, which from the point of view of the value of a Morgan silver dollar, it may as well not be graded at all, because anybody looking at this would say, yeah, it's a reasonably nice common date Morgan, and it's, you know, worth like 25, 30 bucks, mostly based on the price of the silver, not the numismatics. And I paid significantly more for this because it was graded, but I was also in a situation, it was kind of like a coin of the month. So, you know, I needed to buy something anyway for my coin of the month obligation. I thought, why not take a Morgan that I don't have? So that's what it is. It's silver. I paid a little more than it's worth, but it's still silver, 90%. And it's just something good to add to the stack. And another piece of silver that I've got here that I want to mention really briefly, just in case that I have not mentioned this earlier. This is, I believe, a backyard bullion, 1 gram. In fact, if we zoom in, you can read the label. Someone please explain to me again, if you wouldn't mind, leave me a comment, what the leaf on the 1 grammy silver means. I asked this question before and somebody told me and I've forgotten. But I think this is the backyard bullion, 1 grams. And this one's obviously hand hammered. These are beautiful little, you know, I don't know if this is a backyard bullion because I think he would probably have his assayed, or whatever you call it. I thought so I don't see an assay mark on here, although I'll look at it more closely after I'm done talking and see if it is. But I believe this came with one of my 2 duck race wins from TSC's